Hi, I'm James White and I'm the UK's leading prospect conversion expert. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a real practical way on the whiteboard of how you can start to achieve the sales success that you want. And we're going to talk through three of the key elements that you've got to have in place to get sales success and results. I've created a 12-stage model that's going to help you get much better sales results moving forward. But before we even engage in that part of the process, we're going to talk through the three things you have to have defined in order to move things forward. Let's take a look at the video and start to share some of these ideas so that you can get the sales results you want. So let's look at what the three key things are you've got to have when it comes to sales success. And pretty much wherever you go across the world and whichever business you're in and whatever product or service you sell, I think these three things are fundamental to you getting the results you want. What's the first thing? It's a target. I talk to so many different business owners and actually talk about targets and what their targets are. And people either don't even have a target, or if they've got a target, it's been completely plucked from the sky somewhere. They've no idea where it's come from. They've no idea how it compares to last year or the industry in which they're in. But that's if they've got a target. So many people, I think, just don't have a target. They don't know how many people that they want to engage with or they want to do business with, but they do know how much money they'd like in their pocket. And the key thing about a sales target is if we've got a target and we know how much business we want to bring in, and whether that target can be based upon a number of customers, it can be based upon a revenue figure, it can even be based on a profit figure. The reality is, whatever that target is that we've put in place, we've then got a metric that we can then use to identify what success looks like. Because if we haven't got a target, where are we going? What is it we're doing? How do we know if we're being successful? And for you as a business owner, the first thing I say to anyone to do is to take a look at your business and see where you were maybe in last year. So look at your last financial year. If you'd achieved, for example, revenue of £300,000, what might your target be for this year? Might it be 350 or 400,000? Maybe you want to grow to 600,000. You might have a target to even go to 1 million. I don't know. The key thing is you've got to have a target in mind of what you want to achieve. The second thing that we've then got to be able to then do is work out how we can make that target happen, and that's how we'll come on to the next point in a moment in the video. But the key thing is to know what it is you want to achieve, and we can then, once we've got that target, we can start to break down the target over a period of time to know what we've got to achieve to make that sales target happen. So the first thing is define your target. On my website as well, I've got a great 10-stage sheet that you can use to define a sales target. And I'd encourage you to download that to be able to use that to hit the targets you want. But to think about it now, just think, stop this video for a moment and pause and say, what is it I want to achieve? What's the target that I want? Is it a customer target? I want to add 100 new customers on board. Is it a revenue target? I want to grow my revenue by 100,000 or even maintain my revenue if the business that you do isn't a consistent cyclical business. Or maybe you've got a profit figure. You want to be able to hit a profit figure of 200,000 or 100,000 pound that year. Define what that target is, write it down, put it in a book and be religiously focused on saying that's what I'm going to do, and the next part of the video will then show you how we're going to make that target happen. So now we've got our target in place, the key next thing that we've got to focus on from a sales perspective is our plan. And what a sales plan is it identifies the actions that we've got to take in order to be able to hit the targets that we've set. And the sales plan is all about being able to identify how many calls or activities we've got to make, how many prospects have we got to speak to in order to make this target happen. And one of the challenges that, again, a lot of businesses face in sales is that they think that the target is they've got a target of customers and they basically think that they're going to engage and win business from everyone they work with, and it doesn't happen that way in sales. What sales plans are about the actions that we're going to take on a daily, weekly, monthly basis in order to deliver on the target that we've set. A plan is about saying, I know this is my target and this is how I'm going to get there. And the key thing is to have it written down, what it is we're going to do, what actions we're going to take, and actually who we're going to engage with in order to hit the targets we've set. So again, one of the key actions we include within the plan is to focus on the target customer set we're going to work with and the activities that we're going to focus on with those prospects in order to be able to achieve the plan itself. If we've got those in place, we can then know what we've got to do and how we've got to focus our time to get the results that we want. Because what we will also have done as part of the target and part of the plan is to break down the targets into maybe a monthly or quarterly figure, so that we know we haven't just got to hit the big overall number in one go, but we plan to deliver a quarter of it by a quarter of the year, or half of it by half of the year. Or maybe we know that August and December are bad months, so therefore we want to be ahead of the game in our plan to make sure we're going to hit that target. The key thing is about the plan is that it indicates what we've got to do to make that target happen. And it's the key aspect that we need for sales results. The third and final element of the process, or the sales activity, is the process. And I talk to people a lot about sales and processes, and people say process is a bit boring, and yeah, of course, it's not maybe the most exciting part in the activity. But invariably, your prospects are not going to just go from here to buying your product straight away. That's just not going to happen. Most prospects go through what we call a funnel or a journey with you as a business. And they go through different stages in the mindset over a period of time before they become interested in what you've got, or maybe have a problem and they're researching, through to actually then potentially buying your product or service. And the sales process or the sales activities, what are the steps in the journey that we've got where we engage with prospects to move them through to stage 1, through to stage 2, to stage 3, to stage 4, with the hope that at stage 4, they then become a customer and help us hit our target activity. So our process or our sales activity is to be able to say, what is it that I'm doing at each individual stage to move that prospect through the sales funnel so that they become a customer? Because invariably, most people will not just go from here to here straight away. It can happen, it does happen now and again, but invariably it doesn't. So the key thing is to know what's going to happen at each stage and make a plan for that, so we can then have the right conversations, ask the right questions to move the prospect through our sales process. And if we take these elements on board and use that alongside our plan and knowing what target we're going to hit, we're going to have a far better chance of achieving the results that we want from a business perspective. So I hope this video has been useful in giving you the key things that you need to put in place. And in the next few weeks, I'm going to share with you more around my sales model, or my 12-stage model of how sales is like dating, so that you can go and execute and deliver on the target, deliver on the plan, and deliver on the process that you've got to get results by using this idea that sales is so similar to dating. So let's take a look at the next videos for that over the next couple of weeks, and let's see how I can help you make sure you're getting the results you want and not missing out on sales opportunities. My name is James White. I'm the UK's leading prospect conversion expert. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, share it. If you think it can help other colleagues, please share it with them, or get them to subscribe to the channel as well. And I look forward to giving you more insights on how you can get the results that you want from a sales perspective.